Welcome back to How to Souls. My name is Rach and today we're going to continue with our walkthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. Last time we went through Sen's Fortress and we found ourselves in the beautiful, bright Anor Londo. We sort of prioritised just getting to that bonfire first of all, but we did walk past a couple noteworthy things that I'm just going to point out here. These big sort of statue men, giant sentinels, I want to say, feels like a good name for them, are a very, very good source of souls, like soul farming. They give you 1,500 a pop, and there's 9 of them in this area, if I'm not mistaken. So you can just pull one at a time here. There we go. That's why we bought some more arrows. So you can sort of utilize them if you're able to kill them fast enough or with relative ease. I quite like killing them like this, because I can do that in 2 hits apparently, which is pretty good. But yeah, one at a time. Don't even bother trying to attack through their shield. You need to sort of roll behind them and do it that way. But yeah, it's a very good way to farm some souls if you're looking to level up a little bit, because this next boss of this area is the real deal. This is when it starts to get really difficult. There's a chest here, which as you can see from the chain is perfectly safe to open, holding a demon titanite in it. So if you're using if you're planning on using a boss weapon, it's impossible that you would have any use for this yet, because the blacksmith that can forge the boss weapons for us is actually coming up ahead in the cathedral. You can see on the right there. It's worth pointing out just over here, we do have 3 more of these sentinels for more souls, so it's 6 in total. Yeah, so 3 over here and then 3 over there, and then you can rest at the bonfire to respawn them and just farm some souls that way. It's something I've done a few times in the past. I'm going to pull this guy back. There we go. Very nice. Get some souls that way. There's no point in going this way because there is a golden fog wall blocking our way that we can only open after we have done the boss of this area. So don't worry about going out that way to the right. Obviously you can kill the sentinel there if you want the souls. Chain facing us, mimic Lloyd's talisman, kill it however you want to deal with it, but we can do it in 3 hits, so I'll just do that. This guy drops the crystal halberd, a very good weapon. It'll break very quickly, but it's a good weapon. And you get a twinkling titanite over there that we can use for our Black Knight sword. Very good. How many do I have? 3. So I need 1 more. I can buy 1 from the giant blacksmith though, coming up ahead. Okay, so rest if you need to, level up if you need to, and the way to progress is just over here on this sort of monolith type structure. Step into the center here and we will descend. You've probably heard of Anor Londo, you've probably heard of Ornstein and Smo, the boss of this area. They are probably, relative to when you fight them, the hardest boss in this game. Obviously there's harder bosses, but you fight them like in the DLC, at the end of the game. And relative to like how early on this is, I thought there was a shiny there, sorry, I must be misremembering. They are really hard, purely from the fact that you're fighting 2 things at once, essentially. So this gargoyle, much like the gargoyles we fought on the Undead Parish, you can cut off his tail. He does the same moves, apart from the fire breathing. He has lightning breath. So we're just going to quickly take him out. There we go. He does not respawn. So you've got another chance of getting the gargoyle halberd from the tail and the helmet from defeating him, which we didn't get, but I'm not that bothered. If we drop down here, we can quickly pick up a chest that has an upgrade material in it. I think it's another demon titanite, if I'm not mistaken. It is fab, so worth picking that up. There's some really, really cool weapons that you can get from the giant blacksmith from infusing a boss soul and turning it into a weapon. But none that I'm planning on using on this playthrough, because I've got the Black Knight sword, so... Did I misremember? Is there something back here? Oh no, I guess this was just to show you there's a chest down there. Just making sure. Just making sure. Okay, so straight ahead, our way is blocked because we currently cannot access that staircase in the middle there. We need to turn it somehow. So I want you to turn to your left and notice these arches, these like sort of rooftops heading across there into this sort of other churchy area. It's quite difficult to know what to call things. But we're going into this beautiful sort of building on the left here with the stained glass windows and the very precariously thin ledges heading there. We're going to roll off to the side here. However, I have noticed if I go all the way to the right, obviously you've got this pillar blocking you so you can't roll off. I sort of like to do it at an angle, like so. And I definitely roll, I don't step off, because so many times have I stepped off and just slid right down that rooftop, and I hate it. Heading through the broken window here, and we'll find a new kind of enemy, the Painting Guardians. So they've got relatively low defense, but what they make up for with lack of hacking defense, they make up for in hacking annoyance. I am one with words. We've got high chance to drop their like throwing knives, so you can get some of them. But yeah, this area is beautiful, full of Painting Guardians. Massive pain in the ass. But yeah, Anor Londo. So when we go up this ladder here, we're entering a section known as the Anor Londo rafters. Yep, you guessed it. We are walking through these very thin ledges and fighting some Painting Guardians on them. There's a couple tricks you can utilize, especially if you have a shield, to get through here in one piece. But you're going to have to keep your cool and sort of mind your step if you don't want to fall off. So one way I like to do things is I like to tease him. Okay, I like to hang around here because they have a tendency to do that. They have a tendency to try and jump attack you over the... because they think they're close enough to hit you, but their AI doesn't realise, obviously, they're going to fall off. So you can sort of exploit that a little bit and make them fall off the edge. When you get to this bit in the middle, you can cut the chandelier. So that falls and crashes very quietly. I didn't hear that. Did you hear that? And there's an item down there. It's a sorcery, I believe, that you can pick up. So 1 guardian down, 2 to go. The last one being the most annoying in my opinion. This one we should be able to convince him to do the same, to sort of if we hang around on this corner. I think after a couple blocks he realises he's not going to get you. Yeah, and he comes for you. Are you going to jump? Okay, he's not doing the jump thing, but that's fine. We're just going to use our shields, block, and then counter. Obviously you can't be doing any kind of rolling here. So yeah, be careful. This last one I always find never wants to jump off the edge for me, so we're prepared to fight him, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this area is maybe my least favourite area in the game. Maybe next to Tomb of the Giants. It's just knowing, like, being able to see the drop going down and just knowing how easily I can fall. Ugh, gives me shivers. But with the 3rd Painting Guardian down, you can sort of relax now because all the obstacles are out the way and we can just proceed safely down this ladder. Out of this fog wall takes us outside. And if you want to just do this before you do anything else, is just pull this lever. Oh no, not that lever, that's it, it's this lever up here. So if you're at a position where this middle thing is not accessible to you, you pull that lever to get it accessible to you. Alright, so we're going to pull the central staircase here. Well, we're going to push it, I should say. We should push it down. The way I like to remember the way to push this lever, because it's got like 3 different states it can be in, like top, middle, and bottom. Follow the staircase here. So if you want the stairs to go down, we're going to push it towards the direction of like down the stairs, if that helps. And then if you want it to go up, you push it towards the top of the stairs. So here we go, we're going down. It can go down 1 further level that we're going to do in just a minute because we have a guest. Another gargoyle lands very gracefully. And I very gracefully missed him. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What is this AI? Wait, don't fly. I didn't get the tail. Gotta get the tail. Gotta get the tail. I keep missing the tail! I just wanted the tail! It's fun cutting off tails. Oh wow, we got the halberd, the shield, and the helm. That's funny. Okay. Okay. So now, that's the way we came in, down the elevator. We can go straight across here now. Or we can take a quick look at what happens when we push it down even one more further. Going down. So this takes us to this doorway here, which is the ground floor of the room we were just in with the rafters. So as you can see, it's full of painting guardians, some alive, some dead, that we took care of. So we can slowly make our way through this room to the other end for something nice. Oh, someone came from that way. Oh, I didn't see you there. Oh! Yeah, so there are a lot of them. I would almost expect that every time you kill one, another one has, like, noticed you. So be aware of that. Oh! They don't bounce off your shield. Oh! I'm in a bit of trouble here. Oh my god, the body! Okay, finally. Alright, okay, Anor Londo just does this to me. I'm on edge a little bit. A little bit less confident I can do this next section deathless, really. I've had a couple deaths in this walkthrough so far. Nothing that I'm, like, proper ashamed of. But, I'm just worried about the time, basically. I want to give you guys, like, a really quality sort of walkthrough. Oh, I didn't really want to pull all three of those, but hey, okay, we're doing this, I suppose. Didn't really think about that there. Hiya! Oh, I kicked him! That was really funny! Oh, if my arc had hit him on the way back, that would have been so funny. Fab. Okay, I think that's all the painting guardians down, so we're free to grab this sorcery. Great magic weapon, very good. If your weapon can be buffed and you have enough intelligence to use this sorcery, it's very good sorcery. Painting guardian sword that we've just picked up, fun fact, is the highest scaling dexterity weapon in the game, but also the shortest ranged weapon in the game. So it's these swords that these guys are using. Very short range, but very high scaling. This corpse has the black iron armor on that you may recognize from the Berenica Knights that we've been fighting. And from Iron Tarkus, he has that armor set. So with this room clear, it's just us in this very big, beautiful painting here. I don't think we're going to do this yet. I think I want to maybe do Anor Londo first, but we will come back here. Yeah, so basically, if you're looking to get to the painted world of Ariamis, you go and inspect this painting. You must have the peculiar doll in your inventory. Inspect this painting, and you'll be sucked into it and enter the painted world. Now, the reason I'm not doing this right now is that once you are in there, you have to progress through the area. You can't, like, leave until you finish the area. You don't actually have to fight the boss, fun fact, of that area, but you do have to go through it. So I'm thinking we just keep this episode Anor Londo and we'll go back there later. Just to show you now, when the stairs are at their lowest point, at the bottom of the stairs it takes you down to this area here. This is the Dark Moon Tomb, the final resting place of the Great Lord Gwyn. So we got another bonfire we can light and rest at if we like. Yeah, nothing to lose. Resting here, I can get my 30th point in strength and my 50th level. Pretty cool. And we can pick up the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. So a little clue here. Boost medicals, so very good if we're like offensive medicals or if we're like a healer. This is an illusory wall that will only open under 2 conditions. The first condition is that Anor Londo is plunged into nighttime. This whole area has like a facade. It's got like a veil, and once that veil is lifted, then you can go through there. Or if you present a ring that sort of proves that you are of that kind of nobility, it will open for you. Neither of which we can do at this time, but just be aware, down there is the Dark Sun Gwendolyn. That is where his boss fight is, and also where the Blades of the Dark Moon Covenant is, with Gwendolyn as the Covenant leader. So we're pushing the stairs back up now to their second, like their midway point, so we can continue on our adventure through Anor Londo. Alrighty, right. So I've showed you Gwendolyn, showed you where Ariamis is. Continuing with Anor Londo, up these stairs. So this is when we'll first start fighting these little imp demon guys. They have a lightning spear medical that they can throw at you, much like the female snake people in Sen's Fortress. However, these guys are much more annoying, I feel. We've got 2 of these guys. Let's just pull this one guy back to the stairs. We're going to go off to the right. We can't go to the left just yet. So we're going to pull this guy and hope his friend doesn't come. Wow, you're surprisingly lithe for someone so big and armored, sir. Fab. Okay, his friend's not bothered about us, which is great. Yep. We are free to go off here to the right. Did I hear him? Oh, he thought about it, but nah. Alright, we'll head down here now. A little tip with this guy is you can shoot this demon as long as you don't shoot it in the head, shoot it anywhere else. Shoot it in the wing, per se. And it will... oh, maybe you can't hit it in the wing. In the body, perhaps? It'll fall off the edge. I've had some trouble if I shoot it in the head and it gets like the critical attack, it like sort of stuns it rather than pushes it back. But if you hit it just in the body there, it'll fall back off the edge. Pull this one here, pull it back, because he's right-handed, strafe to the left, because every time that spear hits you, it does lightning damage, which your shield probably doesn't have good defense against. It's not very common, good lightning block, really. They can be a little zippy, and as you can see, I've pulled the other one because we were standing too close to the left there. But yeah, they're really bad for just jumping about, dodging your attacks. They're a pain in the bum, and I really hate fighting more than one of them at once, so that's why we're, you know, trying to fight them one at a time. Right, okay, so this is now the section known as the Anor Londo Archers. It is one of the hardest sections in the game, but not so bad once you know how, and especially if you have been practicing that parrying. I always have my reasons for, you know, my tips and stuff. What we're going to do here, just an easy way to take care of these 2 imps. Like I said, I hate fighting 2 of them at once. We're going to run down, we're going to sort of grab their attention, and we're actually going to run straight back. So, hello, boyos. And then we're going to run straight back. I don't know if we've actually aggroed the archers yet. I think we've gotten away with it. Oh no, we have. They're shooting at us now. So these 2 imps sort of run at you and have a very, very common chance of one of them just randomly falling off the edge. I think the one in the back's off. Yep, so it's very, very reliable. I swear it happens like every single time. They'll just run at you constantly and then just one of them will just fall. Unfortunately now it does mean that you have to deal with sort of running up to this other one and his zippiness, but it does mean you don't have to fight both of them at once. Okay, he was very kind to me there. Right, we're gonna hide because as you can maybe see in the distance there, that sort of shining beacon of despair is one of the archers. The other one is over there, right? So we got 1 and 2. Oh, both of these are going to be shooting their great bows with great arrows at us, and it will do a huge ton of damage, but more importantly, it's going to knock us back quite a considerable distance. We're going to have to do this next stretch very quickly, and there's not going to be a lot of time to think. We just have to do. So take my word for it, once you get up to the top, the archer on the left will lose interest because he cannot hit you. There's a pillar in the way. So you just have to have a little faith. If he does manage to get one curved arrow off and hit you, it's probably going to propel you forward, so you should be okay. Basically, don't worry about the one on the left. We're going for the one on the right. So keep your eyes on the one on the right. If you can get close enough to him, you can sort of take him by surprise. He'll still have his bow out, and you can either block the arrow if you've got enough stability on your shield, or roll through it. In my opinion, it's actually easier to roll through them. They're very big and you can sort of see them coming. But we want to sort of get the jump on him. We want to surprise him. As he is sort of switching weapons, he'll switch from his bow to his sword. We can get a couple hits off. You can, if you're confident with kicking, you can kick him off the edge. Or if you've got, again, a high stability shield and you're comfortable with your ability to lower it and raise it in order to like sort of manage your stamina, you can literally just let this Black Knight hit you again and again until he eventually sort of hits himself. He'll back off the ledge. So you can sort of push him slowly off the edge just by blocking him. However, I'm quite confident in parrying the Black Knight's weapon, so that's the way I handle it. But I'm going to try the shield blocking way, just so you can see the way that I used to do it before I started like parrying and stuff. So that's the way we're going to do it, right? We're going to get up there, head straight for the one on the right, not worry about the one on the left, and go for the block. If you're confident with parrying, go for it. It's a much easier way of dealing with it. But we're going to go for the block. So if you dash, the arrows won't hit you. Get to this first bit here. Sort of hang on the corner until the arrow's gone, and then we go for the next bit. I don't tend to dash around this corner. I dash when I get to the straight here. I think we're going to have to dodge a couple arrows here. That's fine. Oh, see, we got hit in the back, and that's fine. It's all good. So he's done a shield block there, which means most of my stamina's gone. Right, I'm going to parry him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was going to die there. I really wanted to show you the blocking off the edge way. But it happens. It happens. We got hit by the other knight. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But you can, yeah, literally, if you can get him about here, just block, 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 and he will eventually just fall off the edge. If he keeps coming at you with the shield bash that does eat up all of your stamina, you're going to have to roll backwards, and it gets a bit sort of tricky from there, because you can't block with no stamina. Anyway, I'm sorry, I feel like I didn't explain that very well, but if you are confident parrying, that is the easiest way to deal with that. Most of all, like, just don't worry. Like, if you do die, this is like a really hard bit of the game. So if you do die, just please just try again. Expect to try it a few times. The reason I left the archer on the left is that really I feel like you should just concentrate on getting this bonfire. And you can go back and get the treasure that knight is guarding. I want to say it's a decent treasure. So I'm going to look that up and put it on the screen for you now, so you can decide whether you want to risk it right now or go back there later. I would probably just recommend going back there later, because you want to get this bonfire and this checkpoint, and you don't want to do those Anor Londo archers again, do ya? So in here, the first room on the left has a bonfire, but more importantly, it has our friend Solaire.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you.
He's so kind, so he would love some jolly cooperation with us, and we might just take him up on that offer in this next coming boss fight. Because it's a really hard boss fight. So, light the bonfire and rest at it. Spend some souls if you can. I am 1,100 souls away from being able to level up, so let's just see if we have... Oh, something I forgot to mention until now. When you get unique boss souls, do not use them. Do not consume them. They do give you many souls, yes. But they also can create the boss weapons I was talking about. So please feel free if you want to Google what does Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly turn into? And if you don't fancy the shield or the spear that comes from Moonlight Butterfly, some souls obviously you're going to be more intrigued by than others. Just make doubly sure that you don't want what you get from it, that you're not bothered about going for the platinum trophy, etc. before you use them. Use 6 of those. How many does that give me? 1200, fantastic. So I can put another point into strength. We're going to go for 40 strength on this character. And yeah, so they're saying there, I will help you when you need me. And we might just take him up on that offer. Huh. This is quite a big area, and this is what I would say is about halfway through the area, so good going so far. I'd actually call the archers the hardest part of this area, so again, GG. This next area is filled with these silver knights, so if you are practiced with the black knights, the silver knights are like a slightly different version, mostly the same attacks, but some of them have spears, which you haven't come up against yet. 3 sunlight medals in that chest if you're looking to upgrade the Sunlight Covenant. There is a silver knight with a sword just here we're going to take out because he will follow us up these stairs. So again, you can parry them in the same way as a black knight. You can backstab them. You can just chip away at them. They've got really decent armor, so the chipping away part might take a while, but yeah. In this room is something very, very special. So once again, this was sort of behind the stairs on the left. You cannot open this door on the right. This actually becomes a shortcut once we open that later. But this room on the left, that looks like it has nothing in it, is actually holding one of the coolest illusory walls in the game. And it's just here underneath this fireplace. So roll or attack it either way. You open up this secret hidden area here, and it's very dark and very spooky, but very precious. So going from just the right-hand side of the room round in a circle, in the back corner, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 treasure chests. So if we look at the chains, we got real, 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 and fake. So if we get rid of this naughty boy first, in 3 hits there. The Mimic is the one on the left by itself, not with a partner. So if you take him out, you get the Occult Club. This will be very notable later on. We'll talk about that. But yeah, this weapon is fused with dark, giving it that sort of secondary effect. Where did it go? Club. There. But yeah, more on that later. And in these chests, you can find the Dragon Tooth, and Havel's Great Shield, Havel's Helm, Chest, Leg Armor, and Gloves. So this is the full Havel set. An armor set with ridiculous defense, incredible poise, and just great resistances. It's a fantastic armor set that will really help you with a good number of bosses if you are adopting a playstyle where you just like to turtle, eat some hits, dish out the heavy hits yourself. Get Havel's armor set. It's really heavy, so you'll need a ton of endurance, but it's essential in my opinion. There's a jump here you can make to skip most of this area, and I have made a video on that is linked in the cards above. However, I'm going to be doing it just regular way for the walkthrough, but if you're interested, it's not that difficult to do. There's another Mimic up here, as you can see from the chain. Loads of Mimics in this area, just waiting to eat ya. This one drops something not so precious, and it's just a coin. Gold coin. However, it might come in useful later. Over here we have yet another Mimic. I can't actually remember what this one has. It might be another coin. I think it is another coin actually. But decent, 5 silver coins from that one. 2,000 souls just for taking those out is decent. So on this floor, so once again this was top of the stairs from the center. We got the 2 Mimics there. There's a Silver Knight at the end of that hallway, but on this side, if we open these doors, there's a Silver Knight here. Oh, he has like 1 health. There we go. They have a high chance to drop their... Well, not high chance. They have a good chance to drop their weapons. Oh, you can see... I was hoping to keep this as a surprise, but yeah, there's a Titanite demon in this area, and this, in my opinion, is the hardest Titanite demon in the game. I don't know if it's just the small room or all the pews, but it's, yeah, he's a meanie. But he's downstairs. This room here doesn't have anything in it other than just cool views, I suppose, and you can sort of see how this area sort of all connects to the one below it. So that's all to see on this side. So the other side with the Silver Knight Archer, we want to probably get up to him as quick as we can so he's not just shooting arrows at us the whole time. Alright, that's him down. Nice, nice. And we've got two doors, one on the left and one on the right. So if we want to first go to the one on the right... Oh, that one's locked. That one comes from... Oh, no, the one on the left, sorry. The one on the left. Yes, so we follow this round here. Heck, the table. There's a Silver Knight on the right-hand side here, so we're just going to tease him into this room, because it's a bit easier to fight him in here. Can I fight you in here, sir? Oh, he is not up for it. He's like, nah, mate, I'm lazy. You come to me. So yeah, through the bedroom, which is, I didn't actually take a minute to appreciate how like nice this room is. It's so weird. It's like stands out, doesn't it, as being really nice. Up the stairs here, there's another Silver Knight at the top of the stairs. I'm sure one of these stairways there's a shiny like behind the stairs, but I can't remember which one. There's one on the left and there's one at the far right, neither of which seem to really want to bother us. I'm just going to take this guy first. Yeah, we're gonna open the shortcut before we go past that other knight, I think. So this way past the archer. The other knight won't bother you. Oh, I dropped some arrow. One arrow. Oh well. I would have preferred his bow or his armor, but oh no, not his armor, his shield. Yeah, we'll get the armor later. Right, so we've gone down the stairs. I want you to go to the right. And then down here, as you can see, this room with all the dragon heads in it. This guy is going to join us on the stairs. This is where we open up the shortcut. You can bypass the need to do everything we just did there by doing that jump that I mentioned, but it's worth just sort of, you know, exploring Anor Londo. It's a really iconic area in this game. Don't worry about the knight that's just in front of the treasure chest. He won't bother you unless you go up to him, but we can open this here. And this connects to our bonfire room, so I'll just show you what we've opened here. Bonfire. Out here. There'll be a Silver Knight with a one-handed sword here. And then this room here is your shortcut, so Silver Knight with a spear here. Let's get this armor set here from this guy. Can I get the backstab? There we go. So if you really like the look of the armor set these guys are wearing, you can get it from these chests here. It is, as far as heavy armor sets go, it's not that heavy. Let's have a wee look. Let's compare it to Havel's armor, for example. Let's see. Oh my god, I have a lot of armor sets. So Havel's weighs 7.5, 19.5, 11.5, and 11.5. And the Silver Knight set, 4.8, 12, 5.5, and 6.5. So a lot lighter. But looks cool. And very good defense. Very good defense on the heavy armor sets. But yeah, if you can manage how heavy they are. This room is the room with the Titanite demon in it. So be very careful of that. If you kill him, you get a demon Titanite. Worth doing if you're leveling up a boss weapon or planning to level up a boss weapon. Or just want to 100% complete the game, I suppose. But now that we've unlocked that shortcut, we're going to do what I was going to do before. And go back to that outside bit on the roof. Over to this tower here that we didn't go through before. So we have got one knight waiting for us just in here. Come on. And if we go down here, it is the continuation of Siegmeyer, of Katarina's NPC quest. And he's waiting for us here.
Whatever can be done. by the Silver Knights? Ah, don't be ashamed. 'Tis the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome this together.
Was I repelled by the Silver Knights? What Silver Knights? Oh, those Silver Knights. So Siegmeyer once again has found himself up against a bit of a wall. And we can, I guess, help him with that. So as you can see right off the bat, there is one right behind the door. I am nervous to fight anything close to an NPC. However, if we fight in that room, we run the risk of pulling all of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull him right back over here. And we're going to go for the patty. Nice, very nice. Okay, get rid of that first one. Just careful of Siegmeyer because his quest is fantastic and you don't want him, you want him on your side. You don't want him against you. So, 2 more in the back there. Thankfully, that's it. You know, that's all, just 3 Silver Knights. We're going to be nice and safe and we're just going to pull this guy separately. If I can get a headshot, that'd be great. Over into this corner and once again going for the patty. Oh, the arrow is pure glowing. Why is it doing that? The lighting in this room. Okay, so that's 2 out of 3. And with the third one, 3 out of 3. Very nice. Okay, so decent amount of souls from that. A chest that we can see is a real chest from the chain. Has 2 demon titanites in it. This place is a treasure trove if you're leveling up a boss weapon. And you can open this door here. And that is the door that we wouldn't open before. Remember, so there's the bedroom we went round, eh? Yeah, all sort of connects. So we'll go and tell Siegmeyer that we have taken care of his quest for him. Nothing for him to do. We've done it for him.
Oh-ho! What's on your mind, friend? Wait. You defeated those monsters? Fantastic. I'm saved. This Knight of Katarina hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Oh, really, sir? It was no trouble.
But be warned, gallantry entails great risks. Next time, give me a chance to come up with a plan.
Yeah, sure, but like, what if I just do it all for you? There's nothing bad that could come from me just saving you every time, right? So Siegmeyer's given us a little clue there. Gallantry does come with great risks. So if you thought that 3 Silver Knights was a tricky situation to save him from, what's coming up next for him is even trickier. So be aware. He warned us. So I'm just heading back down here to where we were before when we opened up that shortcut. So shortcut room was the one on the right here. Probably a good idea to head back to the bonfire and rest. However, I'm just gonna, now that we're here, we're just gonna show you what is up here. And this is the sort of main room in this giant Anor Londo cathedral. It's absolutely beautiful. So you can go up around the side there, or you can go down. First of all, let's go this way. Let's go around the top. We're gonna open the shortcut to the giant blacksmith, say hello to the giant blacksmith. And take that from there. There's a broken window there we're going to go through in a bit. Don't go through it just yet, because we're going to prioritize just making sure we have all the shortcuts open. Down here, down the stairs, round. You hear a familiar ting ting ting. I'm going to use these 19,000 souls that I've got. Chat to him. I'm going to buy 1 Twinkling Titanite. That should leave me with 4. And then we're going to use him to reinforce our Black Knight sword to +5. So this is its final reinforcement. And it's now a very, very good... I mean, it was a very good weapon before. But the giant blacksmith can... yes, so it's him that handles lightning weapons. And also with Demon Titanite. Here's some examples of boss weapons you can make. We've got the Tin Dark Moon Catalyst and the Manus Catalyst, but we don't have either of the souls that's required for that. Other things that'll show up when you have the correct sort of, I want to say catalyst, I don't actually know what the word for it is. The right ingredients, basically. You'll need a sword, curved sword, spear, hammer, fist weapon, etc. You'll need it to be leveled up to +7, if I'm not mistaken, before it'll be able to be turned into a boss weapon. So that's why we couldn't see anything there with our Moonlight Butterfly or with Quelaag's Fury Sword or anything like that. Like, we couldn't see any of that because we didn't have the right ingredients, basically. But if you're ever unsure on what you need to make a boss weapon, just make sure, you know, you've got the soul, because you've probably Googled it, right? And you've not just eaten the soul, right? I'd make sure you're like 100% happy knowing what you're giving up before you spend the soul. Each boss soul can be used twice, at least. Sif's soul can be used 3 times to make different weapons. So if you're going for platinum, you'll need 2.5 playthroughs of this game. Sorry, I've just opened that gate there. It's just a little shortcut to get back to the blacksmith. Down here, there's a soul item that we may as well get. Let's get rid of this guy. Goodbye. Always very satisfying, that. There's one around the corner here we can get. Oh, yes, the one shot. Ah, it's a Titanite chunk. I thought it was a soul. Chunk's good. Chunk is good. It's all good. Right, so that's our little shortcut. We got the blacksmith. Ooh, nothing much left, friends, but to go for the boss. Oh, it's that time. Oh, it's that time. I may as well show you another little thing we can do. Is we have got this broken window here. So just carefully step out of here. And oh, that well should have impaled me. And this is the Dragon Slayer Great Bow and Great Arrows, which are, I mean, they're pretty good. They're a pretty big deal. I wasn't sure if they added a way out of this. Oh, they did, they did. I'm sure this wasn't here in the original, but you can just step out here. Not wise doing that while there's a little imp there. I'm just going to heal up. And another one. Heal takes a long time to cast. That's why I like to use it when I'm safe and not in the middle of a boss fight. I mean, it would be a very, very last resort to use in a boss fight. Alright, so that was the broken window. Dragon Slayer Great Bow. There's another shortcut we can open just at the bottom of the room here, so we're going to head down. There's another Silver Knight Archer here that we're just going to avoid. Ah, the poise on these boys. I keep thinking that my weapon is surely going to interrupt his attack, but it doesn't. Oh, got ourselves another arrow. 1 arrow. Okay, can you see at the back left of the room there? There's like a lever we can pull. Oh, now you can see it. So we'll tease him so he goes round that way, giving us a nice run up to this lever. These really big knights, there's 2 in this room. They're actually a real big pain to fight. They have great big halberds, obviously, like their brothers that wait outside. But they also have miracles. They have heal, and if I'm not mistaken, they also have Wrath of the Gods. I actually really, really hate fighting them. They give you 3,000 souls a pop for fighting them, which is pretty good, obviously. But, giant pain in the ass. Wow, I could 2-shot them. Wow. I mean, maybe that wasn't so bad, but I always hate fighting them. I've got a very good weapon, keep that in mind. I would honestly just avoid them. I wouldn't bother fighting them. So we've opened the front doors of the cathedral, and we now have a choice. So up ahead, at the other far side of this room, you can see the fog gate. That is Ornstein and Smough. And like I said, the most difficult challenge that you have come up against in this game so far. Please be prepared to be progressing on this boss for quite a long time. They take a lot of practice to get to learn, because you've not just got one boss's moves to learn, you've got 2 boss's moves to learn. So, and it's a long fight. Just honestly, I would prepare to die. I'm prepared to die, and I've done this deathless loads. So we've got a choice. We've got the bonfire at the top of the lift there with the firekeeper that's already kindled, gives us 10 Estus flasks. but is a really long run back. All the way up here, you have to dodge past these two guys, which can take a bit of practice. To get here, run all the way over here, past these two big guys here. It's a long way to come, just for the sake of the bonfire already being kindled. I'm just gonna beat this guy a sec. There we go. So it's a long way to come if you use that bonfire. So I would maybe recommend is the bonfire that had Solaire sitting at it that we unlocked just up here. There's only 3 Silver Knights that you have to battle. Oh, it wasn't this side, it was the other side. There's only 3 Silver Knights you have to battle. Or you can actually run past them if you're confident with doing that. Which is obviously faster, but make sure you don't get stabbed in the back. If you come this way to Ornstein and Smough, it's maybe... Oh, it's definitely faster. But you will have to obviously kindle that bonfire. I do not recommend doing Ornstein and Smough with less than 10 Estus flasks. I just think, why would you not? This is a prime example of something that is absolutely worth spending humanity on. For sure. Another reason why, you know, if you want your humanity to go that little bit further, is that you can summon Solaire to help you with Ornstein and Smough. Now, this isn't obviously something that you can do again and again because you need to be human to be able to summon. So if you summon Solaire and you guys heck up, which is honestly okay, then you're 1 humanity down and you've not got infinite of them. So you can't afford to keep doing that again and again. So what I would maybe recommend is go in for some practice, spend as many souls as you can. So I've got quite a lot. Let me just spend them all. Go in for some practice a couple times, sort of get to know the boss, learn what they do. And then when you're feeling a bit more confident, I would then pop your humanity, go human, summon Solaire. I will show you where he is because we're going to summon him. And then have a really good try on it. A couple of really good tries. But I wouldn't just start summoning him right off the bat because you're going to burn through your humanity. Right, so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to take these 2 humanity that I have conveniently already got on me. Use 1 to reverse hollowing. And then another to kindle. Oh, it's worth noting that if you did have any bonfire souls, sorry, what they called firekeeper souls, in your inventory that you forgot to hand in at Firelink Shrine or at just under Blighttown, then it is absolutely worth just taking the time to run back up to the brass lady at the start of Anor Londo, hand in the soul to her, and get that upgraded Estus flask because your health is a lot higher now, so it's going to take a lot more Estus to heal it. It is time for us to go and fight Ornstein and Smough. So we are human. We want to carefully make our way over to the... I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. We're gonna make our way over to the boss fog wall through this bonfire that we've kindled. Just sort of taking our time. We've got 1 Silver Knight, 2 Silver Knights, and the third one is the Archer just in the main hall. You don't have to fight that one once again. He does not bother you. Ooh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. It's exciting though. It's a really, really good boss fight. It's got incredible music and it's just so iconic. Oh man. Actually, like, heck the knight. I don't know if I need to fight the knight. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what? Let's go a much easier way. Let's fight the knight. Let's just look, because we're doing this. We're staying safe. These guys are not going to follow me all the way up here. They can't fit. We're going to do this as safe as possible. We're going to go the long way rather than having to dodge them and the archer. Here we go. Round this side. Just taking it easy. Go into the archer. You can obviously run for the fog if you find that a better way of dealing with it. But I'm just gonna get this guy. Because as you can see, over on this side is where Solaire's... Oh! Probably shouldn't have taken that hit there. There we go. On this side is where Solaire's summon sign is. So I'm just gonna heal up here because Solaire and I are gonna head straight for the boss. if you don't take the time to fight these Holy Sentinel Crusader-y boys, then Solaire shouldn't either. So we summon him. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll down here to the side of here. Careful. Careful. All right, very good. Okay, just how's he doing? Is he coming? Here he comes, here he comes. So when we go through the fog wall, he'll join us in a minute. All we have to do is just not die right away. Nice little cutscene. So the first phase of this fight, you will fight Ornstein and Smo. Smo is bigger and slower. Ornstein smaller and dashes to you. Individually, they have a lot of different attacks to learn. For example, Ornstein has started the fight throwing some lightning at us. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and get Smo trapped behind a pillar until we can get Solaire in. Okay, Solaire is in the fight. And right away, the two of them start ganging up on him. Ideally, you would want one of them on you and one of them on Solaire. But we're just going to take advantage of the fact that they're both on Solaire. We're going to take down Smo first, because in my opinion, he's just easier to get while their attention is both on Solaire. He's got decent health, but he is going down fast. So what you want to do is just focus all your effort on one of them. Whoo, I got a lucky dodge there. Or even if you want to try and get them both on you and give Solaire some chance to fight, to get some damage in. Right, Smo is down. Smo is down, perfect. So depending on which one you kill first, the second one will then become empowered, get full health again. So it does not matter whether he is on half health. He is going to be healed to full, which is why you want to concentrate all of your efforts on just one of them. Personally, in my opinion, going for Smo in phase 1 is easier for phase 1, but it does make phase 2 harder. But we have Solaire, so we should be okay. So here he comes. Right, if you decide to try and get Ornstein down in phase 1, it will make phase 2 easier, because fighting... I knew I was going to get hit by that. I'm trying to think and also talk and also fight. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this after the fight. I'm just going to concentrate on the fight, and then I'm going to give you all the tips.
Hello, Rachel of the future here to give you the tips. Ornstein and Smo is a fight that does take a long time to learn, especially because you fight two of them in the beginning. So because we had Solaire, that did allow us to get down one of them really quickly. Smo went down really quickly. He does have less defense than Ornstein, and he's less sort of zippy in general than Ornstein, so I do find it easier to get him down in phase 1, especially when their attention is split. As you can see now, Solaire is about to go down. I think Ornstein sort of finishes him off pretty soon. There now. Yeah, there you go. Okay, Solaire's dead. So we are stuck now fighting a boss that does have 150% of his regular HP because we had a summon. So that is the thing. So obviously summoning for this fight does make phase 1 easier, but it makes phase 2 harder if your summon dies. Ornstein and Smo, when they are empowered, do share a similar attack, and that is the butt drop attack, where you can see them charging up like so, and then landing. As soon as you see him sort of curl up within himself, you're going to want to back off, roll away. Smo, again, if you're fighting empowered Smo, has the same attack. Where Smo attacks with his hammer, Ornstein attacks with his spear. When you see the spear glowing with lightning and he does a little backstep, you want to roll either forwards or to the side. I find when I roll backwards that it catches me out, so bear that in mind.
Okay, hopefully you enjoyed listening to future Rachel. I was just finding it a little bit difficult there to concentrate on the commentary, on explaining the theory of the fight just while I was fighting there. But we did get them first try, which is fantastic for the purposes of timekeeping for the walkthrough. Because we killed Ornstein second, we get rewarded with the Leo ring. There is no bonus to killing Smo second, but in my opinion, like I say, I think it does make the second phase a little bit easier. Also worth noting, depending on whether you kill Ornstein first or Smo first, the lovely Welsh merchant that hangs out at the bottom of the bridge just under Undead Burg in Firelink Shrine, whose name is Domhnall of Xena, he sells the armor set, so you can dress up like Ornstein or like Smo, depending on which one you killed first. So because we killed Smo first this time, for example, and we fought Mega Ornstein, we can buy, if we like, the Ornstein's armor set from Domhnall. So that's pretty cool. If you were hoping to be a big chunky Smo boy, then bear in mind that's another reason to want to kill Smo second. And if you're going for platinum, you will need to kill Ornstein first one time and then Smo first the next time on your next playthrough, so that you can get both of their souls. So we got Ornstein's soul this time, but we'll kill Ornstein first in New Game Plus to get Smo's soul next. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. As for the fight, I do feel that the way I chose to handle this for the walkthrough does mean that there were a lot of attacks that we didn't really get a chance to really explain, to really look at and study. Because we did bring a summon along with us, it did make the fight pretty trivial. However, if you're interested in a fully detailed explanation of Ornstein and Smo, both killing Smo first and killing Ornstein first, there will be a video on this in the cards above once I've made it. So once we get up here, we've got a choice of whether we want to go in Ornstein's lift or over there in Smo's lift. Get it? Like one's like a small boy lift and one's a big boy lift. I love it. We come up here, we light the bonfire. Spend your souls if you like. I can put a nice heckin' 35 strength in there. Fwar. And then we come up here to the top of the stairs and we are rewarded with our prize. That was a very, very hard boss fight and now we get a treat. Titties. No, I don't mean titties. I mean the power of the Lord Vessel, of course.
And overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.
Hello, I'm here. Give me my prize.
O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his wounded obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lord Vessel to thee.
So by the power of the Lord Vessel, you may now warp between bonfires. This is a game changer, literally.
And beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices.
So she wants us to link the fire, defeat her father Gwyn, and continue the curse of the undead, basically. I don't know how I feel about that. There are two, things we can choose at the end of this game, but if we want to listen to her, we don't even know her. Is she even real? She'd quite like us to link the fire at the end of the day. So with the acquisition of the Lord Vessel, that is Anor Londo now finished. Obviously, I did mention earlier in this episode, I know this was a long one, by the way, well done, you stuck through it. I did mention that there are two other things we can sort of address here. We have the Painted World of Ariandel, which we are going to be heading to shortly, just after we place the Lord Vessel. And also we have the Dark Sun Gwendolyn, which we could fight now if we wanted to, but we're going to fight him a little bit later. So we will be back, but for now, that is Anor Londo finished. Thank you very much for watching this extra long Dark Souls Remastered walkthrough. As you can tell from my voice, I'm going to take a little break. I'll see you in the next episode. Remember to subscribe for more walkthroughs like this, as well as tips videos. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.